Well, it's Agnes coming to you with the basket I picked up at the Target, actually in a little kiddies craft area. It is a super cute basket, so I thought I'm going to do a makeover with MacKenzie Child. As you can see, is of course the easiest way, because again, I'm trying this out, is to create the stripe. So I marked it off, and thank goodness everything was in the middle, and now I'm just going and painting that with a dark navy color. Paint I had, I actually do love the color. It goes to sort of like a periwinkle blue. Did not cover well, so I had to go with the second coat. But that's good. I corrected all my lines. So now I just decided that, I was debating. I wanted to do the check, but then I said, you know what? Why don't we just try with the easier plan? So I decided to just simply go with gold all around the edges of my basket. You can see is I do have the napkins on the side, the blue napkins on the side of my table. So I wanted to incorporate that, and so painting the entire edges in a one solid gold color would most likely help me, because my goal here was to use the napkins for the center and maybe someplace around it. So we'll just see what's going to happen. Decision is made. Out of the 9 that are actually, the napkins are still available in the store, I chose the one that was closer in a shade to my blue. So I do wanted to decoupage the middle, and notice what I'm doing. I only added the Mod Podge right to the base of my basket, because obviously it is difficult. And for that, and for any round applications, decoupage applications, I always say is it's the best to use the forgiving napkin. That means where the patterns are not going to give it away, all the mistakes. So then, as I added my napkin right to the base, I am adding the Mod Podge in the section, a very thin amount of it, and obviously pressing it down with my paintbrush. I know at some point I would have to deal with cutting, but you know what? I'm just on a mission here to keep on adding and keep on pressing just small sections and see what needs to be cut and how can I cut it so the least of pattern damage is happening. So it is a fun process. I have to tell you, my goal here was to stretch the napkin, not stretch, to pull the napkin to the side to continue the pattern. And I thought that if I only cut my napkin on one area, it is not going to be bad. So it seems like everything is working. It is not showing too well, but I know we're going to be doing more of those projects, so you will know. So here we go. I'm right at the edge right now, and now it's time to see what I can put it over or maybe possibly cut. So let's just make sure that all is nicely attached, compressed, pressed, and all that. I could have actually cut the motif and just do it, because this napkin did not have as busy of a motif. But you know what? Why? I'm just going to just to experiment. I mean, we're always learning. So now I'm trying to make sure that all is nicely attached, because my goal here is to burn. Yeah, I am going to burn. So I've cut my napkin right shorter. Obviously, it was too much sticking out over there. So now I'm just trying to see if the fire is going to help me, make the edges nice. And in some areas, and it's again mistake, learned from my mistake, I should have not painted now, because now I need to do the touch-ups, because obviously the way I was holding my fire, it just burned a little bit, and just not burn, it just made the smoke edges. So I am going to paint it over. See, now I'm doing my chores to make sure that all looks pretty. As with everything, I never practice, so learn from me. If you grab one of those baskets, I know I will be going, do not paint first if you do want to decoupage the entire center. So now I actually left it off for the night, this whole basket, to make sure all is dry, because to tell you the truth also, I had no idea what to do with my flower. There has a little indentation. So I guess I woke up with another idea. At the beginning, I thought I'm going to paint. Then I thought I'm going to use the edges of my napkin that has a nice stripes, also blue stripes. But then as I was trying all around, it did not seem like I'm going to like, and it's going to be very difficult to keep it round. So guess what? I decided to cut up my napkin and again do the same thing, pieces of the napkin. This is the whole garbage that was left from my decoupaging. I decided to only add the Mod Podge to the areas I am going to want to have the napkin stick on. And notice again, as I told you, it's a very forgiving napkin. So I'm playing around now, doing it, making sure it's all attached. So now I'm going to attach to the petals. And it's again the same story. I'm still, for some reason, saving those stripes. I do not know why, but I may actually use them for something. So I'm going to add the little blue accents and pretend that these are my petals. And it's again all around. Only add the Mod Podge where you're going to add your napkin. And then notice I actually hold with my finger the little indentation and pull my napkin right at the edge. And then I take back with my paintbrush, I mean, obviously full of Mod Podge, and shape the petal so it does have that rounded circle. I hope I'm not confusing you, but it's again, this is in my head. I want to try. It may not work, but it doesn't matter. I always look at my projects later. Oh, I should have done this. Oh, look at me doing this. But it's again, it's a life lesson here for me. So it's again, I think I am on the last petal here. Yeah, and I'm constantly repeating the same steps. See, learning, because now with another petal, I cut it a little bit smaller of a circle. And now I'm trying to cut the petals that, the napkins that had a little bit more of a wide, so it's easier for me to maneuver. Yes, it is a tedious work, but I feel it, at the end of the day, it brings the motif on the inside of my basket outside. So I think, again, this is how I'm reasoning. Well, I thought I was finishing, but it is going to be a quick one, and I'm not going to hold you through this whole entire process. But as I'm looking at my flower, I'm actually thinking that, obviously, I do want to make sure that all the pieces are attached together, that when I am going to go over that with my Mod Podge, I would actually add some diamond dust and see, because, some MacKenzie pieces do have the diamond dust. So here we go. I'm just going to sprinkle my diamond dust on it and wait until it all dries, and obviously make sure that it's everywhere. Look pretty good, I think. But you know what? I'm not going to stop because that gold was stuck in my head. So yes, I could have painted, but I decided to add rub and buff and see if I'm going to like it a little better, and simply outline it all the way to the center and maybe do something to the center. Let's just see. Let's just have fun. And I think it looks a little bit better. But either way, let's just add the gold pieces as I always do, with all around to camouflage some mistakes here and there. So I'm just adding a nice lines, not evenly everywhere. And I do want them to, show up a little bit on both sides. So then, of course, I'm going to add a little bit of the white, just so it does have that, little depth to it. Here and there, little stripes, longer, shorter, skinnier, wider, whatever I can possibly add. And then, of course, as with everything, when everything dries, I decided to add my triple thick right to my basket to bring that nice shine. And the tip, as I always say, is with the triple thick, when you apply them, not to make sure that you do not have lines, is to use the soft brush and use a very small amount. Do you see that little shine that is happening on it? So now I'm going to add it all around my gold, and of course I am going to protect my napkin from anything and possible, because I know I'm going to be sticking flowers in there, maybe even the live flowers. So I'm going to add a couple coats of my triple thick inside. So here is my basket that we just made. I actually do like it. The only thing is that I would maybe possibly change is the flower. It's not bad. I just applied my gold a little bit too late. But overall, I am super pleased with it, and I'm pleased with my edges. And I know that I am going to be on my way to Target, to that little craft area, and grab another of those because I do have now more ideas. So I hope you're going to be lucky too to grab one of those baskets if you enjoy this project and make one for yourself. I mean, it's really, really fun project, at least in my eyes. So it's again, thanks for watching, and I hope you learned a thing or two from me. And if you did, please don't forget to sprinkle and actually comment because that helps me a lot. Thanks for watching. Bye.